Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to reunified Germany after the Cold War.
Is history.
Yeah, Cold War is history. Wow, we said that in unison. Welcome back, everybody.
The era of global liberalism.
Thank you very much for clicking and tapping the like button, supporting me, and hanging out.
The era of democracy and market economics.
We are almost to the end of the entire campaign.
In the transport industry, too.
Oh man, do we get to make some high-speed German trains?
You have been promoted to upper echelon management at the German Federal Railway. And you're supposed to usher in an era of change in railroad toward improving competitiveness.
Okay.
Toward increasing cost efficiency. Get the Federal Railway in good shape for the future. A new era is dawning.
I see that. Apparently we really like the Nuremberg passenger station. They showed it twice now.
Reunited at last, Germany faces a rosy future. But it hasn't gotten that far yet. At least, not at the German Federal Railway. Each year, the business incurs huge losses. But politics expects to see a maximum range of services. This just wouldn't work in the private sector, but luckily, the federal government assumes all the debts. Despite declining passenger figures and rising deficits, even less used routes are still supposed to remain in service. That won't happen without generous loans.
Increase access to local public transit of the towns to a total value of $1,500. A grant of $100 million per year will be credited automatically to your account. Well, I'm not going to need that. Again, we're at $1 billion. I don't know why the game gives me that much money, but whatever. Let's see. Comply with operating obligation. Access to local transit. So we have to transport 1,500 people via, I guess, any sort of method, but the trains will be the best. So typical drill here. We're going to build a bunch of bus stations and then connect everything up. If you guys are really excited like I am to see the end of this game, again, remember to click or tap that like button. I believe the final mission will take place in Beijing or somewhere in China at least. So I'm really excited to see that. But we got much more to go to. We got Canada next, and then this, of course, mission in front of us. Now I wonder what BW and BY means. Are those German abbreviations for something? Some of them say BY. I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe it'll explain it. But anyway, typical job here. I'm going to go ahead and get all these rail lines connected. And it looks like we're using high-speed tracks here. So let's get everything connected up and then start getting everything flowing. So pretty easy stuff here. Man, well, hold on. Listen to this music. I feel like I'm in a Mortal Kombat fight right now. That's awesome. All right, well, typical day one stuff. We'll connect all of our rail lines and get trains flowing and then get 1,500 people on the line. Looks like we've got ourselves some food to transport, some machinery, tools, and then, of course, all these towns to connect, building materials there, goods factory, and looks like a fuel refinery, too. So Frankfurt's going to need to be connected. That's pretty close. We'll probably be able to truck that in and maybe make a cargo station, too. But if I do that, maybe I'll make a separate line away from the passenger services because they're going to be needed. All right, let's get to it. Hold on. That music, though. Damn, that's so good. I love this game's music. It's like literally a reason to buy the game. All right, let's get it done. Well, this took a while, but I finally connected everything, or at least it appears so at the moment. I'm going to check around a little bit more to make sure, but it looks like most cities, or hopefully all cities, have been connected via high-speed rail line, and also we've connected some of the local industry together via truck. So, for example, the Frankfurt fuel factory and the food factory. Looks like we also have tools and machine parts over here. And then also we have, looks like a brick factory and goods factory here that needs to be delivered to Stuttgart. Now, eventually we might be required to deliver goods to other parts of these German cities with the trains, so hopefully we don't have to do that till later. But anyway, I'm about ready now to start setting up all the signals, like here, where we started originally. And then I'm going to start buying some high-speed trains and let everything roll out. Now, it says we only have to transport 1,500 people to start with, so I think what I'll do is just have a line go from Frankfurt to Mannheim, all the way around back up to Nuremberg, and then south back to Frankfurt, stopping at Wurzburg as well. And then we'll start adding some other lines, too. All right, let's get to it. Okay, trains should be ready to roll out. I purchased the advanced ice trains, and I don't actually know what that stands for, but we should have a line ready to go and all the signals right. If there's anything wrong, we can always come back and, spice things up a little bit. So, wow, wait, whoa, we're already, wow, look at the number already increasing. We've, one of our trains is barely getting out of the station. We've already got people jumping onto those train lines. Wow, I guess we just had to give them access and not actually transport them yet. So the fact that we've connected all these train lines means there's going to be a lot of people wanting to go. Wow, our train literally has just started on the line, and we've already accomplished our first goal. That is great. So there's that high-speed German train. Able to get up to 140 kilometers. I tried to keep the track as much as possible at 100
alone
plus.
Isn't enough. It's crucial that the train stops are traveled to on a regular basis so that customers actually make use of the offer too.
All right. So that means that we have to have a total capacity of 900 in use and frequency of 120 seconds. Okay, so we have a train coming around 120 seconds, so we need to increase capacity. So each of these trains equals to 504? Is that how that works? Let's see. Let's try that again. Buy vehicles. Let me try to do the math on that. I can't actually remember how many trains I bought. Let's see here. So the capacity is 126, so if I buy... I think I bought 4 to start with. Oh, yeah, let's buy another 4 and double the capacity then. We should be able to do that. Line 1. There we go.
You're doing your best, but the figures are deeply in the red.
Yeah.
To gain market shares, the railroad needs services aligned to the market, attractive offers, and a modern image. Market research findings show that the top priority is given to shorter traveling times. That's why the German Federal Railway worked together with the railway vehicle industry and developed the new Intercity Express.
Here it comes.
Make way for the train of the future.
That's it. The ICE is the Intercity Express.
The prototype is supposed to reach speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour.
Oh, wow.
To achieve this, it needs its own high-speed rail lines on which the rolling stock has to be tested first.
Build high-speed tracks between the central stations, measure the travel time with the Intercity Express test train, and come in below the specified time limit. So now I need a test train. So let's buy one of those. Hopefully we're not clogging the line with too many trains now. We've got 8 on the line. Let's see. Buy a new vehicle. So we got to buy the test train then. I guess we'll put that on the same. I'm irritated by this, by the way. The rear locomotive faces the line. This, again, is early access, so I'm sure they'll flip that around because I've seen the Shinkansen do it correctly. But the ICE train is facing the wrong way. So, all right, this is totally fine. Let's buy one of these. And then we'll go ahead and throw it on the line. And it says go to Stuttgart. Oh, wait, now it has to go from... Oh, I better make sure I set this all up. Frankfurt to... Oh, darn it. I set mine up to go counterclockwise. Looks like they have to go clockwise. So it has to go... Well, that's annoying. So Frankfurt to Wurzburg. Then Wurzburg to Nuremberg. And then it has to go Mannheim to... Mannheim to Frankfurt. Whoa. And then that's over here. And then which one am I missing? Stuttgart to Mannheim. So that's Stuttgart to Mannheim. Stuttgart should be over here, right? Let's see. Wow, there's a lot to do in this one. Here it is. Stuttgart to Mannheim. Oh, that's not even that far. That's literally here. Oh, this is Mannheim here. So it's got to go from here to here. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to do some modification then in order to make sure the trains are set up. I wonder if I should just shut down the other one just to do the tests. It might be a good idea just to kind of get things out of the way. Yeah, we're deeply in the red. Look at that, negative 160 million. But to be fair, those are the expenses from being on pause forever, building a giant high-speed train line and buying like 10 trains. So that does count for that. Central stations are Frankfurt, Mannheim, Nuremberg, Stuttgart, and Wurzburg. Well, yeah, that's what it says here. All right, let's get this goal done. All right, boys, I passed the test. Let's do it.
Bravo! Regular operation can get started. The ICE, the Intercity Express, combines the classic advantages of trains with travel speeds suited to the market. Half as fast as an airplane, twice as fast as a car.
All right, so let's go ahead and set everything back up. I sold all of our other trains. They were just getting caught on the line while I was trying to do it, so we got to rebuy those, no problem. We only got about $1 billion, so let's see. We want to build, they said 8 trains in operation, so we need to buy 8 of those. So let's just, I usually like to click them individually. It's so fun, but let's just do the 8 and then go 8 to 1 and then line 1. Okay, so we have 8 trains in operation. Now we just need to drive 50,000 meters between those 3 trains, so they should be coming out here, right? Hello, don't be scared, little train. Come on out. There you go. Those are cool-looking trains. This is 1990, so these trains were definitely designed in, like, the 80s. What does it say about the train? Let's read a little info on it. Let's see. Introductory year. Whoa, build date 1950. I don't think so. There we go, 1989. Let's see. A test train in 88 set a speed record for rail vehicles. Wow, 406.9 kilometers an hour? That's incredible. Good job. Wow, the Japanese did it with 220 in 1960 to 65, and wow, it's been doubled by the Germans almost in 1990. I wonder what the fastest German train and the fastest Japanese train is now. And the Chinese are just working on something that may as well just be teleportation. It's not even fair. It's like maglev, which I think is really the next level of train travel, which does that even really count? You know, because trains have to have a rail road, and when you get rid of the rail, it's just basically a flat concrete surface at that point. Okay, so all trains should be heading counterclockwise now. And we should... Wow, one train rolled out and almost got us to 1,000 meters. Good. So now we just need the trains to go around in a circle for a while. I'm sure we'll hit a secondary objective again soon, but building the railroad was the most complicated part. Now that that's done, for the most part, I did notice I need to do a little spicing up of certain areas, making it look a little better. I had to build a bypass lane over here. Oh, I didn't even realize I accidentally built a stone bridge there. This was a bypass lane for the other train just to reach the required speed between those two. But the main stop is going to go in here to include that city. I also need to fix this part, which I don't know how that happened. I kind of like that you can actually do this, though, because there are certain train lines and such that will have these, like, you know, like a brick retaining wall or something, so one line can be lower than the other. You know, eventually have like a crossover. So this music, though, my God, we got to listen to this music for a little bit. Let's speed up time too. Yes, whoa, 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 oh, whoa, whoa, are the lyrics, I believe. I'll have to look those up and see if that fits any song. I don't think any other song has ever used oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, we're almost to our first 10K, so I'll just jump back in a second or two when we're there. All right, we're almost there. There needs to be a collector's edition for this game, just for like a separate thing for the soundtrack. I mean, usually these transport games kind of have like a generic MIDI, you know, this kind of feels like that, but there's actually some love to this soundtrack. It's crazy. I've been praising it the entire series. I love it. Okay, we're almost to 50,000 meters, and boom, there we are. Train's pulling in.
A masterpiece of engineering. The ICE is as fast as an arrow, but the shackles of bureaucracy slow down operation. That's why Germany's Bundestag parliament has decided to convert the German Federal Railway into a private corporation, now called Deutsche Bahn.
Oh, okay.
This enables flexible, customer-aligned activity on the market. You have been appointed to the board of the newly founded enterprise and are supposed to initiate the necessary measures for restructuring. More traffic on the rails, less burden on taxpayers, improved service for customers. That's the motto. Show corporate key figures that live up to this motto.
What? Meters of platform and train stations. We have 1,600 out of 1,100. Meters of track in train stations. 1,600 out of 1,300. Are you asking me to reduce the size of regional train stations? Huh? Really? Or what if we just cut certain stations? Let me see. Oh, this is Barbie Girl right now. Are you kidding me? Wrapped in plastic. It's fantastic. I'm a Barbie girl. Are you kidding me, dude? This music is so good. All right, let's see. Well, some of these stations are actually rather... Uh-oh. I didn't even notice. Some of these stations are a little too small. Also, why is this train just crawling in? I guess it really isn't able to reach the speed. Well, I wonder, by the way, what BW means. Like, I wonder... I still have to figure out what that means exactly. At first, I thought it meant, like, Berlin North, but no. Or, like, what part of Germany it was in, but no. I don't think so. Maybe. Alright, I'm going to have to think of what to do here. Whether I delete stations in general, or... I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll do a little experimentation and see what happens. Well, that's literally it. I deleted one station, and it allowed me to do it. Some are locked, so I guess we have to just chop some cities off the line. So Ulm is gone. Goodbye. And let's see. I guess anything not on our main line is going. So let's also get rid of.
At the last meeting, Mr. Bloomer from the finance department introduced several persuasive ideas for increasing growth rates. The proposed measures for restructuring are supposed to be implemented in different areas.
Okay, oh, one of these goals again. Alright, so I guess we just needed to delete 2 stations or reduce the size, but these really weren't even being used yet, so let's go ahead and cut those. And that's done. Now we need to do good management, okay? Let's see what she has to say.
Staff salaries are the #1 cost driver. Longer trains ensure greater capacity while deploying personnel resources sparingly. Double trains are 2 trains attached to each other. What? Cut back on staff. What's the target goal? All right, reach turnover target of 1. I can't read that without commas. Is that 10 million? It's hard for me to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a big number. All right. Ooh, actually, wait a minute. We're earning 30 million. We're actually making some money here. All right, let's achieve the goal of income first, and then we'll start cutting back. Oh my God, we're just making money like crazy. Holy crap. Yeah, cutting back on those stations had nothing to do with our profit. Just let the line run. She'll bring in the money. We did a good job of designing it, so she's reliable. Also, is anybody using this line? Line 1 better not be using that. Okay, good. All right, now what is cut back on staff? Do we want to fire 9 staff? Does that mean only use Intercity Express as a double train? Well, it's the only train we're using at all. How the hell do I make a double train? Oh, I think I know. Wrapped in plastic. It's fantastic. Oh, totally. Undressed. Oh, okay, I'm not going to say that part. All right. All right. Man. So I think what we'll do is we'll just cut the... We'll get the income goal, and then I'll just, like, I'll just send all the trains back to the depot, and then just have 1 double train running or whatever, just to really cut it down. Because 1 double train, but though it's not going to fit. In fact, look, he's not even pulling it all the way to the station. Oh, there he goes. It's autosave. Yeah, look, this train's not even long enough. How am I supposed to do a double train? That'd be insanity. We'd have to redo these stations between 2 locations that were super popular. Like maybe Nuremberg and Frankfurt would just be like the super express. Yeah, okay. All right, let's hit that target goal in money, and then we're good. I think I can read this now. It's 7,398,359. So we're trying to reach. Wow. We're almost ready to reach 10 million, and money is just skyrocketing. And then now the next one mentions something about goods management, which triggered my ears because I think we have a goods station over here. Yeah. So we're ready to go on any goal as soon as it comes through. This one's been fairly easy so far. And here comes the $10 million. Come on, baby. That should be it right there. Oh, okay. Each train is earning almost Entrepreneurial
$500,000.
thinking pays off. The latest quarterly figures are promising. But a new challenge is already waiting. A more efficient operation of regional railroad routes while increasing the appeal in rural regions at the same time. It's only recently that responsibility for local public transit now lies with the individual German states. They award contracts for providing transportation services in their domain. Whoever tenders the most economical bid gets the contract.
So BW and BY are
Handling the
two
basic
German
supply
states.
of local
Bavaria and
transit shouldn't be left to the
that's what
competition.
makes- that makes
Secure the
sense.
contract in the German federal state of your choice for your company.
Okay, so Bavaria is down here, and then Baden-Württemberg is up here, I think, or vice versa. One of the two makes sense. Actually, Baden would be down there, and then Bavaria would be up here. Okay, so let's see. Secure a contract in the German federal state of your choice for your company. Well, where do we have the most stations? We've got 1, 2, 3 here. And we've
The
got
train
1,
station
2,
in
3, 4
Stuttgart
here.
has long since reached its capacity limits.
Actually, 5.
After years of reviewing all the options, a construction
3,
project
4,
has
5.
now been approved. The planned en route station is going to be the new heart of Europe. Modern, innovative, high performance. The realization of this trailblazing project of the century calls for 1 or 2 compromises regarding several buildings not essential to operations, certain areas of the nearby water protection zone, and a handful of old trees in the castle gardens.
Okay, so we'll remodel the Stuttgart station later. Let's first work on win the contract for... I want to go, since we just... Well, actually, I forgot about our Stuttgart station. Damn. You know, I'm just going to go with Baden.
As expected, you won the invitation to tender and got the contract.
Since we're already
Provide
working in
all the
Stuttgart.
designated services during the term of contract in compliance with the corresponding targeted specifications.
All right, so we need to travel to all train stations in Baden. Glad we did that because I deleted 2 in Bavaria. Actually, Ulm. Damn it, I cut 1 in Ulm. All right, that needs to come back then. All right, so we need to deliver to all stations. Travel to all train stations in Baden with a regional train. So we need to have a specific train that goes to Stuttgart, Mannheim, Okay, just these ones. Good. Let's see. We already completed this one. Travel to no train stations in whatever with a regional train. Whatever. Regional trains that use at the same time 3. So we need to have 3 of those. People transported within a region. So we need to have a regional train that is basically Baden only. All right, so let's do that. So we need to have 3 trains on this specific line, so let's buy those. And we have to have a double train according to this. We need to cut back on staff and have like 1 double train. I don't even know if I should do that yet. We'll do that one last. Let's have our 3 trains ready to go. And then let's make a new line. Oops. Go line 3 here. Okay, so now we need to have it here only. And I need to build 1 more station for Ulm. And we need to rebuild the Stuttgart station too, which is going to be hell on earth. So let's go this way. Actually, yeah, we got to stop at every station, so. Alright, now we got to rebuild our Ulm station. I like how they said, yeah, it'd be a good idea for us to delete a station. Hey, you've deleted a station. We should rebuild that station. That'd be a good idea. Yeah. The way to save money is sometimes to make more money. Especially if all we had to do is just buy another train to go here. Alright, we need to build a double track. And snapper right there, I think, will be fine. Actually, let me flip it the other way. Uh-oh. A little bit of a collision here. Alright, let's back it up a little bit more. Alright, this should fit nicely. Okay, that'll be fine. Speeds are so ruined here. It's okay. I guess we don't really need to worry about high-speed trains as much anymore. As now, this is why it's slowing down, because now it said like, oh, yeah, bureaucracy's bad. Hey, do all these random things. Like, that's what bureaucracy is. Okay, anyway. Enough about that. This is the end of the line anyway, so we don't have to go that way anymore. Because we're not allowed to have any train stations or regional trains in there. Apparently. Okay, so we can't have any regional trains there. So let's add the one last stop. Apparently I did that under line 4. That's okay. And then back to line 1. So let's assign those trains. Back to our first stop. These 3 on line 4. And that should allow us to do it. They just need to be in the region now. Transport 5,000 people. And then they have to travel to all 7 stops. In the meantime, we can work on Stuttgart. So let's convert it into a through station. Gross. We'll do that last. Build a tunnel in the marked area. Which marked? There's like 5. Uh-oh. Where do you want? Okay, they're like, oh boy. They've stacked all these objectives on top of each other. Well, this one's demolish houses. God, I hope that was... Oh, good. Demolish house is good. I didn't see it was done. Now, I think we need to build a tunnel through this hill. Hey. Stop building your houses back here. I'm going to put a road here so they don't do that again. Or, let's just put a truck depot here to stop that construction. There we go. Okay, next is to demolish trees. I hope that's here. Doesn't necessarily let me know where. Is there a way to, like, mass delete trees? I've tried to do that before. You know, actually, I wonder if I flatten the land deep enough, it might make what? Sir? There we go. All right, we'll come back and fix that later. All right, we need to build a tunnel here. So let's just do this for bureaucracy. Okay, there we go. So trees need to be deleted here. I think I can only do this one at a time. Hopefully they don't regrow. I don't know if there's a tool to actually do it this way. Oh, here it is. Eraser tool. Oh, good. Oh, it's kind of small, though. Now that I know that, that's very helpful. Oh, actually, there it is. Brush size. Still small, though. Ooh, too big. And that's just right. Okay, so remove trees, done. Demolish houses, done. Well, at least it'll be done in a minute. Lay tracks in the water protection area. What the hell for? Why are we building all these unnecessary tracks? Demolish houses and then make Stuttgart a through station. How would they expect me to build? Like if you want? Oh, they want me to build it like this. I think they want me to build it like a diagonal like this. I see what they want me to do. Well, that would be a pain in the neck for the line. All right, we need to have those 3 trains here. Have they arrived yet? Oh yeah, our regional trains seem to be working now. But it says regional trains in use at the same time. Have I violated a policy? Let's see. Maybe because it crosses the border? Doesn't look like it does. Uh-oh. We got a train standoff. Train 10, Train 10 and Train 11 are having a standoff. Okay, you two go the other way. I'll fix that later. Now I'm going to work on the station goal to make it a through station. But I would prefer to have it go through Stuttgart and then turn around or something, rather than being diagonal. Or I guess, right now it's vertical. They want me to convert it to horizontal, and it's like, no. That puts the horror in horizontal. Okay, let's go with the high speed, yes, two lane. Okay, we'll build it right about here. Alright, does that count? Demolish houses, then we're done.
It's finished. The new train station links people. Efficient, safe, and to the undivided joy of the entire population.
Yeah, here's some good joy for you two toots. Look at this. I put it right back where it was. All this unnecessary crap. Alright, it's fine. Some of the objectives are like, you know, it's neat that if you try to, like, do what they tell you to do, that's kind of cool. But also sometimes it's like, why are you making me do this? Like, oh yeah, we're going to build this super new mega station. It's like, oh, okay. But it's a neat little objective, but we just had to get around it, I guess. There you go, that's like bureaucracy. Okay, cool. Cut back on staff. Now we have to go down to 12. What the... And now we got to go down to 9 from 12. All right, now I need to figure out the regional train. I'll get that done now. All figured out. Here we go. All right, we did it. I figured it out. With the help of our lovely live stream, I brought up the problem to them and found out that regional trains were not the ice trains, but just the smaller ones. And now we're tasked with...
Now that business and regional transit is picking up speed, it would be extremely unwise to let the competition take the lead in other German federal states.
Oh, hell no. What do we need to do?
You have won the contract. Provide the required local transit services in the 2 German federal states and comply with the corresponding stipulations.
Okay. So essentially what we need to do is delete 3 German train stations in Mudelsheim, Seinsheim, and Guben, and then essentially add 3 train stations to cities that aren't connected, which actually we already have stations in some of these cities that just aren't connected to the line. So we just need to basically have a train reach those stations. So essentially we're going to have a regional train that goes in between regions, I guess, in order to connect it to the ICE. All right, I'm going to get those connected and we'll move on to the next step. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, things should be nicely connected now. We completed our other secondary objective. We're going to come back and do any other secondary objectives that there may be. Throughout this whole campaign, I've been trying to mostly avoid missing any of those. I've been trying to do all of them if I can, but if we ever have to, like, go back and complete another mission again, that's totally fine. And it's always nice in these types of missions to be able to go back and pick up where you left off or whatnot. I wonder if we can actually get our station back here. I'd like to rebuild this one and have at it. I'd like to build a station here since it's in our final location. Look, oh, actually, we're low on money here. I'm gonna have to take out a small... Uh-oh, we have no money. I have no money. Well, how am I gonna do this? Let's see. So we need to stop at 3 stations in BY. So that's, let's see. Oh, actually, wait a minute. This is 3 right here. We have Ansbach, and we have Ruhr. Actually, wait a minute. All these are in here. So the regional train should eventually make a stop there. But for one reason or another, it's been removed from here. That's interesting. All right, well, I guess it's because of the other objectives. Most of the objectives have been to add a station, then remove a station, then add a station again, and remove the stop from the station, and then to shorten the station. It's been all sorts of work with, like, trying to optimize how big and small the stations are. Luckily, we've reached 1 train station so far, so I will see you as soon as we're done with the remaining stations. Hopefully it's not too long then. All right, so I've reworked the train line a little bit, got rid of some inefficient vehicles. We have some good money now, and are making cash again from our recent sales, but it looks like all the cargo and stuff are working pretty good too. This is both my most favorite and least favorite part of the game, as well as there's not been too much to do with trains yet, and so this has kind of been my first learning experience, and I'm very rusty and not knowledgeable about all the things to do with trains, but luckily they've set up all the, the signals and switches and things. It's more about station and train management with light building. So I really like that part, but sometimes trying to figure out where things need to go can be a little bit of a pain in the neck, but we did it. Trial and error. Things will come through just fine. There goes our regional trains then to reach the remaining, I guess I set up 4 stations, but we only need to do 3, but that's totally fine. So it should be able to go to Ansbach. Then I think it goes to Bredding and then back through Nuremberg? I think. I don't know. We'll see it here victorious in a moment or two. But I know for a fact that the next mission is going to be big. We're going to Canada next, and it's going to be some very interesting times in the oil industry. So we'll hopefully be able to do that with no problems. Okay, where are our trains at now? Let's take a look. There they are. Okay, so they should be heading through. So I'll see you guys when we reach the end of the line. All right, that's 2 out of 3. Hopefully this train coming up here to Gretting will be the last stop, or possibly... I hope it doesn't circle back to Ulm, but it looks like this was all connected nicely, though. So let's see, the last stop should be here, and hopefully that should be everything. We'll see. Oh, wow, that's a nice station. Yay, we did it. All right, cool. Requirements met. That should be everything that we need to do. No tasks available, so that's good. So that means we've completed everything. Oh, there seems to be a backup. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Everything's good to go. If I needed to, I'd readjust that. But anyway, on to Canada, and thanks for leaving a like. Bye, everyone.